Hello everyone, I hope you guys are all having a fabulous Monday. Today I'm coming at you with a weekly Minks Monday Q&A. Before we get started, let me share the bag that I'm currently rocking, and that is the Chanel Deauville in the pink. Alright, so grab your coffee, grab your tea, let's start your workout, let's go to work, let's do your laundry, whatever it is that you do, come join me. We have some awesome topics to cover today. Starting with the first question from Corey K. When a pre-loved bag, not purchased directly from Louis Vuitton, is in need of repair, will Louis Vuitton be willing to make the necessary repairs? First, if it's within the 1-year warranty, and secondly, if I'm willing to pay for a much older bag to be repaired. How do I go about this? Any advice would be greatly appreciated as I continue to build my beautiful collection. This is a fabulous question, and when it comes to pre-loved bags and needing repairs, whether it's 1 year, whether it's a vintage bag, it's definitely a gray area. And the reason I say that is because everything tends to be a case-by-case scenario, and it really depends on the relationship that you have with sales associates. It's definitely not across the board as far as consistency goes. I will, however, say that I have spoken to many managers as well as many other sales associates, and when I ask them about vintage bags, or when I've asked them about older bags from the 90s or 80s or what have you, if they can repair those, and every single time they have said yes, no problem. The only thing is that they have to make sure that they have the components necessary to be able to repair the item. So if they have, like for example, if it's a Speedy, if the handle's broken, or if it needs this, that, or the other, they have said that if they have the supplies, or if they have the tools to be able to bring that bag back to life, they will most certainly do it. The only thing that they will not end up fixing is canvas. Whether it's a new item or an old item, if the canvas is cracked, that is something that they cannot fix. But as far as leather or buttons or this, that, or lining or whatever it is, that they said that if they have the possibility to fix it, they most certainly will be able to do that. Now, as far as the 1-year warranty, again, it's a case-by-case scenario. I know some people have very open and very honest relationships with their sales associates, and they let them know, hey, I bought this bag on the pre-loved market, I want to bring it back to life, can you take care of it? And some people have had great success with that, and others have not, just because when it comes to the pre-loved market in general, it's not necessarily, I would assume, an area that Louis Vuitton is super excited about, because I think that they would prefer their clients to buy the bags from the boutiques directly instead of going through an alternate route. So unfortunately, there isn't a full-on set-in-stone type of thing. Sometimes you will be able to get items that are pre-loved. I know I have experienced this. I had a wallet, and it definitely wasn't within the year. It was a little bit older. I took it into the boutique, and they were able to bring it back to life, which I thought was pretty amazing. So what I would suggest is to talk to your nearest boutique, or to talk to the manager or a sales associate and hear what they have to say, because it's definitely not across the board. It's kind of all over the place, but it all depends, I guess, on the relationship that you have and what that boutique is going to do for you. But as far as older bags, some people have said, my aunt gifted this to me, my mom gifted this to me, I want to keep it in the family, and they're able to repair it, which is pretty awesome. So maybe that might be the way to go about it. I don't know, but yeah, the fact that they're willing to stand behind their product, in a sense, I think is great, but I really wish it was a little bit more across the board that they ended up doing that. But fantastic question, and hopefully I was able to help. Next question from Angie Jordan. What are your thoughts on Dior saddlebags? Also, what brands do you believe always stands the test of time? These are great questions. As far as the Dior saddlebags, let me insert a couple pictures. I think that these are adorable, whether you go for the fabric or whether you go for the leather. I think that they're very, very cute. And as much as I like them, they're unfortunately not for me, because I don't think I can pull them off. Not at all. But I think that they're great. And it's crazy how expensive the pre-loved market for the saddlebags are, considering that a few years ago you could have got them for, $200-300. I know someone that paid $150 for one of their saddlebags, and now the pre-loved ones are like $1,200, $1,500. So it's insane how high they've gone up. And what brands do I believe always stands the test of time? I honestly think that all of them, because they're all well-established brands. They all have their signature silhouettes, and they've been around for so long that I sincerely feel that they'll be around for another 50 years, especially the top three dogs, which are Hermes, Chanel, and Louis Vuitton. I think those guys will continue to go. But yeah, all of them have been around for a little while now, and not a little while, for a long time now. And like I said, they all have their signature silhouettes, their signature lines to their fashion houses that I don't foresee them going anywhere. And I think that if anything, it would be interesting to find out how expensive some of these bags will be in 50 years time, you know? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? They're going to be crazy expensive, especially with the price increases the way that they continue. So yeah, that's what I think. I think that they're all, the luxury brands are all well established. They will be here for many, many more years for us to be able to enjoy. But I am curious, is there a brand out there that you don't think will stand the test of time? I will say that some of these brands, as much as I love them, they really need to pay attention to quality control, because I think that, if anything, would be their downfall. So it would be really nice to have them focus back on that, so that way they continue with their success and the longevity of the brand. So yeah, but again, I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on this topic. Next question from In Love with My Coco. I want to add a luxury belt to my wardrobe, but I'm undecided between the Louis Vuitton reversible belt and the Hermes one. If you had to choose, which would it be? Oh man, they are all beautiful. I know that Louis Vuitton has a few different reversible ones, so I'm not exactly sure which one you're taking a look at, but they have a very simple one with the initials. I think it's a 40 millimeter. It might even be a little bit smaller than that, but don't quote me on it. But that one is beautiful. But either one, I think, are gorgeous. They have great quality. They're very, very simple. And the fact that they're reversible makes it so much more versatile for you to incorporate them into your wardrobe. But between the two, I think I'd probably end up going more for the Louis Vuitton one, just because I really like the look of the initials on that one, more so than just the H on the Hermes. Like I said, it's all personal preference, but I really, really like the L and the V, the way that it looks. But I turn to you guys. I turn to the experts. If any of you have a Louis Vuitton reversible belt or the Hermes belt, or if you have both, let us know in the comments section down below which one you prefer. Are there any pros and cons or anything to look out for? I'm very curious to hear your guys' thoughts on this. Unfortunately, I don't have any experience with belts because I cannot do them justice to save my life. I feel I'm built like a box, you know, and when I wear belts, they do absolutely nothing for me. They don't hold up my trousers, my pants, my skirt, whatever it is that I'm wearing. It does nothing for them. And as the day progresses, it just keeps adding a little bit more weight to the point where it looks like I'm sagging. It is a mess, you know, and I've always wanted a really nice belt, but yeah, no can do. I just, it would not look cute at all. So again, I turn to you guys if you can let us know in the comment section down below. But fantastic question, and hopefully we get some awesome answers for you. Next question from Nikki R. What do you think of the Louis Vuitton Clapton backpack? It looks like a cutie and functional bag. Do you see yourself adding it to your collection in the future? Before we get any further, let me insert a picture of the Louis Vuitton Clapton backpack. This beauty comes in at $2,040 here in the States. It's available only in the Damier Ebene canvas, and it's available in two different colors, magnolia that you saw in the picture, as well as the cream. And I think that this is a fabulous backpack. There are so many things that I love about it. Number one, I love the fact that it's only available in the Damier Ebene. It also looks like it's incredibly spacious. I also appreciate the fact that it doesn't have the drawstring closure, just because I personally find that to be a little bit fussy. It's also adjustable, which makes it really great. That way, if you want to make it a little bit shorter, if you want to make it a little bit longer, you have that option. I did have the opportunity of playing with this at the boutique when I was there a few weeks ago, and it is insanely comfortable because of the soft leather that it has on the shoulder straps. The only thing that I will say is that I really do hope that they introduce more colors in this backpack, even though I do like the cream and I do like the pink, because the pink with the chocolate Damier Ebene I think makes for a really great combination. But as far as being a little bit more carefree, I really hope that they introduce darker colors. But it is beautiful. I also like the closure. The only thing is that it might be a little bit easier to open, I'm assuming, if you were to use it on your back. So I'm trying to think of a way that maybe you can put a lock on it if you are in a crowded area. So that's the only thing that makes me a little bit nervous. But other than that, I think that this backpack offers so much. Now, as far as adding it to my collection, I don't think so. Only because since I already have one backpack, I don't really see myself adding another one, but you never know. You never know what the future holds. I will always say that from now on, you know, as I said in many other videos, just because I've learned my lesson. But so far, even though I do appreciate the Clapton, I really like the Palm Springs Mini for my lifestyle a little bit more. But like I said, this backpack definitely offers quite a bit for the price point that it has. And again, it is just Damier Ebene. Only Damier Ebene. Yes! Yes, I hope that in the future they also do that they introduce more bags, not just in the Monogram canvas. So, fantastic question, and hopefully I was able to answer it. Next question from Gail Jackson. Do you consider the aged calfskin on the Chanel reissue to be carefree? Okay, so here I have my reissue in the 226, and personally, I do find it to be very carefree. I think it's a lot more carefree than people might assume. And when I was doing research on this bag, I read so many different articles, I read so many different threads on the Purse Forum, just talking about how incredibly durable this leather is. A lot of people actually end up comparing it to caviar leather in the sense that even if you do get somewhat of a scratch on it, it's not as delicate as lambskin leather. And the only thing that I will have to say is that I haven't necessarily experienced this in the rain. I did get small little like sprinkles here and there a few weeks back, and I didn't have any issues with getting water stains or anything like that, and I don't end up protecting my bag, so I don't know how it would necessarily do in like a full-on downpour, because when it comes to caviar leather, that I have used many times in the rain, like when it's raining like cats and dogs, and I've had no issues whatsoever. So I do appreciate caviar leather for that, but I'm not so sure how the aged calfskin would be. Like I said, I don't end up protecting any of my handbags, so I'm curious to wonder if that's something that you do have to do. So if any of you guys do have the reissues, and if you have experienced them in the rain, or if you don't end up protecting your bag, or if you do, let me know in the comments section down below how you find it to wear. But as far as being carefree, other than the rain factor, I would definitely have to say yes. Just the fact that it does have that aged look, I feel that you don't have to necessarily put this bag in a bubble as much as even a caviar bag or a lambskin bag or anything like that, just because it already has so much character to it. So I think it's amazing. I really do. I know we talked about this bag last week, but as far as being carefree, absolutely. But again, if any of you guys have any information as far as rain goes when it comes to the reissue, I would really appreciate it if you can let us know in the comment section down below. Next question from Angelica Travels. What's your next big purchase? Anything on your radar? Great question. As far as a big purchase, I don't really have anything on the horizon. I know that I'd like to add a Rolex watch to my collection at some point in time. I'm really waiting for that for a big birthday, so that's many, many years down the road. But as far as a big purchase, nothing like that. There are a few small leather goods here and there. I know that I picked up a recent one that I will have an unboxing for you guys tomorrow. But as far as like bags or luggage or anything like that, no. I'm having a lot of fun with the bags that I currently own, being able to rotate them. And if anything, I really consider most of them to be forever bags. I did have someone ask if I see myself selling anything that I have in my collection right now, and I don't. The only one that I kind of toy with, and I've talked about this before, and it's not really a bag, but it is the Toiletry 26, the Tahitian Demi-Azur. That's the only one that I go back and forth on. But other than that, I'm having a lot of fun. I know that within the last couple of weeks, I've been taking a look at a lot of different colored handbags, which kind of makes me nervous, but at the same time, there's so many beautiful bags out there that I'm just like, oh man, I really like them. I know that there's so many beautiful colors that Chanel recently launched this past season. They have this beautiful teal. You guys know I'm not really a blue person, but it is gorgeous. They also have like a dark pink or whatever, but it's insane. It's absolutely beautiful. I also took a look at a few different Saint Laurent bags, but even then I'm like, it's like baby steps for me, you know, because I think that they're gorgeous, but I just I can't bring myself to do it. I'm just like, oh man, what if, but I kind of have to get that out of my mind, right? Yeah, so very boring, very boring, but no big purchases, nothing that I'm just like, I have to add to my collection, jaw-droppingly gorgeous. And to be completely honest with you, I am really waiting for Chanel's Cruise 19. I know that they usually launch at the end of October, early November, but I did take a look at the lookbook, and it's really hard with a lookbook too, because they don't have the colors that they offer. They more so incorporate pictures of the item just to give you an idea. So I did see a few pieces there that I really liked, but even then it wasn't necessarily something that wowed me. So I'm really waiting to see them in the boutiques to see if I end up snagging anything. But no crazy big purchases for this girl. Just if anything, probably small leather goods here and there, or I'm really trying to stay away from shoes. I'm really trying to stay away from shoes because I kind of went last year, but no. So fantastic question, and hopefully I was able to answer it. Next question from Carrie Schofield. I have 3 new canvas print bags that I bought just before summer. My question is this. I really would like to wear one or all of these bags, but I'm afraid the summer temps here, it's over 100 to 112 in my area, will ruin the canvas or vachetta. Do I rock these bags and forget about heat, or wait and rock them in late September or November? This is a great question, and congratulations on your new bags. Personally, I think you'll be okay. I know that we also experience the same type of crazy temperatures, anywhere over 100, and then with the humidity, we've talked about this before, it's a nightmare. But I think you'll be okay. The only thing that I would say is to ensure that you don't leave your handbags either in direct sunlight, because the sunlight might end up drying out the leather, or it can even change the color or crack the canvas. And the other thing is to also make sure that you don't leave any of your handbags inside of the car, just because if it is 112 degrees outside, it will most definitely end up being like 120, 125 inside of the car, and that can also cause you know, not the greatest things to happen to your canvas bags. But I would also like to recommend to talk to your sales associate just to make sure, just so you have more peace of mind. I wouldn't want to give you false information or anything like that, but personally I think you'll be okay, especially so that way you don't have to wait until September or even November and you can rock them now. So fantastic question, and hopefully I was able to help. Next question from Suzanne Livingstone. I have a Melie and Monogram canvas. I'm getting ready to put her to bed, but do I store her stuffed or unstuffed? Great question, and personally I would highly recommend ensuring that it is fully stuffed to the top whenever you go to store this bag, for a few different reasons. The first one is because since it does have that north-south design and the handle ends up being a little bit more top-heavy, if you will, it might end up leaning over and it might turn into a beautiful mess. Plus, the more and more that you use the bag, it might end up getting a little bit softer, so it might end up creasing or slouching on the sides. So by making sure that it is fully stuffed whenever you go to store it, I feel that it ends up holding its shape a little bit better over time. It ends up ensuring that it ages a little bit more gracefully, if you will. Another thing that you can do is you can also get a purse organizer to use when you go to store it. Not necessarily when you use it, but if you go to store it with the purse organizer and then you have the remainder with air paper, then it makes it even easier for it to hold its shape over time. So fantastic question, and hopefully that was able to help. All right, and the last question from CC Loves Carl. We know luxury goods are your thing, and besides fishing with the hubby, do you have any other hobbies you enjoy? Yes, I definitely enjoy fishing with the hubby. Are there any other hobbies that I enjoy? I do. I love to read, and because I love to read so much, I know, and I say that I'm throwing this out there, I know that at some point in time in my life I will write a book, because I love to write. But I really want to write a psychological thriller. Those are the ones that I enjoy. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you guys know that my favorite author is Dean Koontz. So if I can write something similar to that, I think it would be amazing. I know that I toy with it here and there. So I sit down in front of the computer and I write the intro. I already know what it's going to be about, but that's definitely another passion project for me. I already have my nom de plume, which is pretty awesome. I'm not going to share it with you guys because I can't. But yeah, so I love to read, and my love for reading has turned my passion for writing, and to be able to write a book I think would be amazing. So yeah, that's just a little bit of that. And is there anything else? I enjoy just black and white movies. I've told you guys, I'm an old soul. I'm definitely an old soul. So I'm not like a lot of other people, I guess. I'm a little bit of a weirdo, but it's okay, because I enjoy my kind of weirdness, if you will. But fantastic question. Hopefully I was able to answer it. Here's the Neverfull MM. So you have 7 different patches on the front side. And I love that one again with the sequins. And on the back side you also have, look at that, how cute is that? You also have those.
Oh, there's a surprise one on the side here.
Oh, I love that. And then the interior, it's kind of like a hot pink, right?
Yeah, like a mix of framboise and a hot pink.
And it's only available in the one color. And then you also have the little pouch that also has patches. Look at this. I love that. That's beautiful. How much is this guy?
$1,850.
$1,850 for all you patch lovers out there. All right, now this beauty is called the City Pouch. It has 4 different patches. I love that key pouch with sequins. And then you have 4 other patches on the back side. And it does, is that detachable?
It is detachable.
Oh, how cute is that?
So you could put this on another one of your bags as
And you
well.
can use it like a little bag charm. And look at the interior. So cute. Is that microfiber? Black microfiber?
Microfiber.
Beautiful. Gorgeous. All right, I want to share this beauty with you guys. It is called the Very Saddle. Look at the chain detail, push lock opening, and you have 2 different compartments and 1 slip pocket. It is black microfiber. Look at that. Oh, it's 3. It's a secret compartment and a secret zipper. How cute is that? I love this. And what's the retail on it?
$26.10.
$26.10. Check it out. All right, you guys, so that does it for Minks Monday Q&A. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I was able to help by giving you a couple examples and giving you a little bit more information on the topics that we discussed. If you enjoyed this video, make sure and give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already and you would like to, please subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the red button down below and hitting that bell so you're notified when I upload videos, which is anywhere from 2 to 3 times a week. And for this week's lineup, like I said earlier, I do have an unboxing for you guys. It's nothing crazy. It's just a small little good that I picked up the other day. And I'm working on the 3rd video for you guys. My schedule has definitely relaxed a lot more, so I should be able to bring you guys a little bit more more videos. But yeah, so the 3rd one's kind of up in the air. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much, and I will see you later. And as always, make it a fabulous day or not, the choice is yours. Have a great day.